Hi, this is George again, co-owner, along with my wife Dia, the Indonique Tea and Chai Company. And today, in our third issue of the series, all about tea or getting started in tea, we're going to talk about tea quality, tea grading. The process of grading tea has developed a series of terms that are fairly universally used. And it begins with something called orange pekoe, or OP pick. Now, when the tea leaves are picked, they're thrown into a sieve, gradually reducing size screens. The top sieve catches the whole leaf. If the leaf is whole and the preferred pick is the top two leaves in the bud, then it's referred to as orange pekoe. If it has buds in it, then it's referred to as a flowery orange pekoe. If it has a lot of buds, tippy flowery orange pekoe. And if they have a good color, the golden tippy flowery orange pekoe. And we can get crazy. Super golden flowery orange pekoe 1, and so on. If you get a tippy, if you get an FOP or SGD type of FOP, that's a good tea. Now, it's not an indication of quality. It's not a guarantee of quality. It's an indication of what the quality might be. If you have a good whole leaf tea, someone took the time to make sure they did a good pick, it's probably going to be a good tea. And here's a shot of what these tea leaves look like. Here's a good one right here. You see the bud in the center, it has little white hairs on it. That's why it's called a white tea in this particular case. And the green teas are pretty much the same. Now, white and green teas should always up leaves. There may be some processing involved, but there should always be a good OP pick. Oolong's pretty much the same. There's going to be some breakage in there, but they should always look pretty much the same. The classification of teas pretty much applies to black teas. And for the black teas, you can look at the orange pekoe, preferred on the top. Presence of buds determines if it's going to be golden or flowery, etc. The second screen down is going to be BOP, broken orange pekoe. If the leaves are broken, it becomes a broken orange pekoe. It's not as good a quality as an OP, and the reason for that is broken leaves infuse too quickly. Things like caffeine and oils, which create a bitter cup, come out a little bit quicker than they should. So the BOP is not as good as the OP. It could still be a fairly decent cup, but it's not going to be as good. Below that, you're going to have something called dust and fannings. That's not the best tea in the world. Dust and fannings are really badly broken, and traditionally they're used in cheap paper tea bags. It fits nicely into the bags, infuses very quickly, beautiful colored cup in 30 seconds, but it's going to be kind of bitter, papery tasting. It's not going to be the best tea in the world. Go out and grab a paper tea bag, cut it, and take a look at it, and this is what you're going to find. Here's a nice whole leaf tea. Right there, you can see the leaves. Can you catch that, Dia? Paper tea bags. You would start with this, and what you would see in there is I'm going to make a nice tea bag cut. That's what you're getting in the tea bag. This is not going to steep nearly as nicely as this. So that's pretty much it. We're looking at for the black teas. Orange pekoe, nothing to do with oranges. Doesn't taste like oranges. It's just the size of the leaf. The inclusion of a bud will add a few more letters onto your OP. If it's a broken leaf, it's a BOP or broken orange pekoe. And the garbage at the bottom is dust and fannings. You don't want that. One other I forgot about, I want to mention, is something called CTC. A Scotsman in Assam, India, discovered a machine process that actually will, CTC standing for cut, tear, and curl. It's all done within a machine, and it produces this, what looks like a coffee. It's they're little beads. Surprisingly good. They're curled up like that to regulate these little beads open up into little small leaf strips where they're infused, and they make wonderful breakfast teas. Pretty good cup, very clever Scotsman. And I think that does it for this issue in the series. Are we done, Dia?
So you're basically saying tea is a little bit like champagnes or wines. They're different seasons, different flushes.
That's right. We didn't discuss flush. Teas can be picked, some regions, especially the high-grown regions, teas picked 3 times during the year. They're referred to as first, second, and third flush, or spring, summer, and fall flush. Flush referring to the teas, the fields become flush with new green leaves. Places like in Assam and parts of Sri Lanka and Africa, the tea grows year-round. So, of course, those teas are cheaper because they can produce a lot more tea than the broad Assamica type leaf. And we did discuss that. And I think that's about it.
Okay.
Okay. Say good night, Gracie.
Good night.
All right. Bye.